Hey guys! As Sutton, my name's Sutton. This is Mabel the dog. And thanks for asking questions. So I'm going to answer them now. Or attempt to. Oh gosh. Who would play you in the movie of your life and what would the theme song be? Movie of my life. The movie of my life. Someone today? I don't know. Who would I pick? Jennifer Garner? Can she play me? Or can I play her? I don't know what the theme song would be. Wonder Woman? No. I don't know. Actually, I come back to that. Gosh, as a theater teacher and director, I'd love to know what qualities you appreciate in a director. Oh, you know what I appreciate? I appreciate the questions, like a director asking a lot of questions as opposed to telling me what to do or showing me how to do something. It's like when we can have a real dialogue and really communicate and feel like it's a real collaboration. That's what I really appreciate. What are some good vocal exercises that you do before performing? Vocal exercises are actually really, really, really important because your voice is like a muscle, like any muscle in your body. So before I sing, I always warm up, and after I sing, I cool down. But I always start with like simple things like humming or even just like little like it'll be like a good thing, and then just go up the scale and then go back to down the scale. It's like any type of exercise, you want to sort of ease into it before you start going full throttle. What's one thing you try to remind yourself of while you're performing? To stay present, to listen, to you know, if you press autopilot, that's one thing. But if you're really in the moment and you're really connecting with your scene partner and really looking them in the eye and listening and being as available as possible, that's what I try to. And when your mind starts to think about dinner, you just kind of bring yourself back to the moment. What is your process in picking the songs for your albums? That's very cool. So Michael Rafter, my music director, and I, a lot of it is, as far as songs go, we really want to pick songs that, of course, have a beautiful melody, but it's all about the lyrics, and if a lyric speaks to us, sometimes we'll know within 5 seconds if a song is right, or sometimes we need to like spend a little time with it, but it takes time. It's a process of, we listen to a lot of music and bring in, for every 5 songs that we've picked, there are 50 that we've discarded. So a lot of it's just about feel and sort of what song feels right for the two of us. When can we expect your next studio album to be released? When we record it, which I'm hoping will be in the spring of next year, of 2016. We're hoping to get in the studio in February or March. Stay tuned. Okay, here's a bunch of short questions. Sushi or pizza? Oh, that's a tough one. It changes every day. Today I'd have to pick sushi. Brad Pitt or George Clooney? Brad Pitt. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars. Beyonce or Rihanna? Beyonce. How I Met Your Mother or Friends? Friends. From the 90s. Coke or Pepsi? Coke. I grew up with Pepsi though, but I like Coke better. iPhone or Android? iPhone. Twitter or Instagram? I'd have to say Instagram. Nike or Adidas? Nike. That's cute. What accent do you think Mabel would have if she could speak? Linus had I felt like Linus was like, he was like, gosh golly, he was like a little boy, you know, that's how he talked. I don't know how Mabel talks. I don't know yet. I'll get back to you. What's on your summer reading list? I just read a really cool new book called The Queen of the Tearling that I really liked. It was really good. And I also just finished The Goldfinch. So those were 2 really good books that I've enjoyed thus far this summer. Oh, and I also read, was it called? Me Before You, and by Jojo Moyes, and the other one, the one that's green. That one. I read that one too. I liked both of those too. Top 5 books I would recommend: To Kill a Mockingbird, A Prayer for Owen Meany, The Green Mile, Hunger Games, because it's awesome. What's another favorite book? Oh, Olive Kitteridge. When You Aren't on Stage, Where's Your Happy Quiet Place? Right here. What top 2 tips could you give to my middle school drama students about pursuing theater as a possible career path? Top 2 tips. Number 1, to be kind and respectful to your teachers, to your friends, to your peers, to your fellow players. Number 2 is to say yes to opportunities, to no matter how big or small. Don't limit yourself, meaning like don't let your ego get in the way. Like if you're like, I'm too good to play that part, well, then you're going to miss out on a really cool opportunity, because who knows who you'll meet and who knows what kind of experience you will have, and maybe a whole new door will open, but your ego got in the way, so oops, you missed it. So say yes to stuff, and just keep learning. I started doing this mantra because I struggle with nerves too. They've gotten better as I've gotten older, and I will say the more prepared you are, oddly, the better your nerves are. And so I would tell myself, I'm 40 years old. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I can allow this to be good. I don't have to make it harder than it is. And somehow that helped me a lot. So I just keep changing the year as I get older. But you can say you're 15 years old. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I can allow this to be good, and I don't have to make it harder than it is. And then you can just have fun. What is my favorite part of being a performer? I love being able to play different characters. I love being able to dress up and escape to different worlds, wear awesome costumes, be on stage. It's where I feel most at home. Do you have a favorite piece of art that you've created? I probably do. It's in New York. It's I did this very large sort of painting of it says badass, and it's like this great thing to see every day because I'm like, yes. But I think that's probably my favorite thing I've ever made, and it's now living in New York, which is fun. That's so funny. I sort of remember. Do you still remember the speed test? If so, can you demonstrate? I only remember parts of it, but I'll see if I can do it. I'm tired though. I'm old. I just remember this is like, can you see my whole body? I've got the typewriter, so maybe it'll be my assistant. I just remember this part. You would go digga 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 bum ba bum and I think I did that. That's all I remember. And then the guys next to me danced. That was fun. I'll start laying in different positions for each one. What is your favorite movie musical dance number? Oh, Gotta Dance from Singing in the Rain. Like that whole sequence with him and then with Sid Charisse. It's so awesome. Favorite thing to get at Schmackery's? The bacon maple cookie. That one's good. And there's also like a cornmeal one, like a lime cornmeal one. That one's really good too. Or maybe that's Amy's bread. Anyway, there's like a corn one, which sounds weird for a cookie, but it's really good. When performing 8 times a week, how do you keep it fresh and exciting, and not just for the audience, but for yourself? It's really about trying to stay in the moment and stay present. I know that seems so hard, but it's like the minute you start going on autopilot, it's no fun. And if you take it as an opportunity to like keep reinventing and keep discovering and hopefully you have fun people that you can play with on stage. I've been very lucky. I've had some great co-stars. What are your go-to methods to feel better when your voice body is just not feeling up for a performance? It's tricky because sometimes the best thing and the only thing is rest, and that sometimes isn't an option. Oh gosh, lots of water. A steamer is good. Hot water with honey. It's like all the old, like the old tricks. And mostly it's just trying to rest as much as you can and save all your energy so that you can sort of pour it into doing 2 hours of a show. Sutton, what is your number one auditioning tip? Be prepared. Be prepared and be yourself. Don't try to be like anyone else. Because you yourself are your individuality is your strength. So trying to look or sound like somebody else is futile. Just be true to who you are. That will make you the most interesting. Oh, from all of the characters you've played, off-Broadway, Broadway, television, or otherwise, which one would you most like to revisit and reprise? I think I would pick Millie from Thoroughly Modern Millie, only because I'd love to give her, I'm too old to play her now, but it'd be fun to revisit her and sort of give her another shot. Because that was such a huge it was 2 years of my life. So it'd be fun to kind of go back and give her another run for money. Gary Osborne, how are you? I'm okay. I'm good. I feel pretty good today. I've been recovering, I've had appendicitis, so I had an appendectomy, which was kind of traumatic. But in general, everything's pretty good. I'm just kind of chilling out, enjoying life out here in Los Angeles. How are you? Gabby Shaw just wants me to say hi. Hi, Gabby. That's nice. Does the necklace you wear all the time have a special meaning? It does. It's an L. And it was given to me as a present from Amy Sherman Palladino, who's the creator of Bunheads, when my dog Linus passed away. She gave me an L for him, and I wear it all the time. And then when I started filming Younger, I asked the wardrobe department if I could wear it because my character's name was Liza. So it was a way for me to have Linus and Amy and Liza with me all at once. And I never take it off. I love it. Oh, a lot of people are asking about artwork. How long does it take to complete? Where did I start using the technique? It all sort of started when I was growing up as a doodle that I would do in all my notebooks. So I would do all these circle doodles, and they would grow, and then I started coloring them in, and then I thought, oh, maybe I can make images out of them. And I had a boyfriend that gave me colored pencils and an art pad, and I just started experimenting, and then it just kind of went from there. And it depends on the size of the piece, but usually a small one that's about 6 by 6 inches will take about 8 hours or so. So I can do one in a day, but only if I'm really hardcore focused. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream lately? When I went to Provincetown to do a concert with Seth Rudetsky, there was this place that had homemade ice cream, and it was homemade strawberry ice cream with chocolate chunks. So that's my favorite. So these days. Sorry, that's so loud. What is currently your favorite food? Right now, my appetite's a little weird, so I don't know what it is currently. Maybe macaroni and cheese. Does it sound horrible? It's delicious. Do you have any plans to come back to Broadway? No, I'm done. No more Broadway. I'm no longer. I would love to come back to Broadway. Are you kidding? What upcoming Broadway shows are you most excited about? I just saw Hamilton, which I loved. I'm really excited about Fiddler, the revival of Fiddler, and She Loves Me. I have a bunch of friends who are, I can't wait. I'm so excited, super excited. Sutton, were there any parts you didn't get, and how did it change your approach, if at all? Every audition I've ever been on, I've landed, I've booked. Every single one. Absolutely not. There are so many auditions that I've gone on that I did not get the part. And it's always disappointing. And there's been some pretty substantial things that have happened, where I was really disappointed when I didn't get the part, but most of the time it's because it happens, you know. I really am one of those woo-woo-y people who I believe everything happens for a reason. And at the time, it might seem like, I can't believe this didn't happen. But if that had happened, then that means like the next 10 things wouldn't have happened. So I'm always very grateful for what has happened as opposed to lamenting on what didn't. It's deep. How are you feeling?
Mabel, did you want to answer any questions?
Thank you. Candy Crush. I do like Candy Crush. Someone asked me, what level am I on? And I think I just finished level 669. It's probably embarrassing. Why do I even know that? Have you ever considered stand-up? Absolutely not. Ever. I don't think that that would be fun. I don't have any desire to do stand-up or improv or like, that's not my thing. It seems, even talking about it is making me nervous. Because I can't function without music, and I assume you can't either, what's your favorite getting ready in the morning jam? Your favorite cruising down the coast jam? You know what's weird? I don't listen to music. I prefer quiet. Isn't that weird? I primarily keep it pretty quiet. And in the car, I'll either keep it quiet or I'll listen to like today's hits. Like but I don't know who any of I don't know who the young people are listening. I don't know who any of the people are, but I like the today's hits music. Leon is from the Netherlands, from Holland, and he wants to know what is the most difficult and scary song you have ever sung in a Broadway show, and it would be Astonishing from Little Women. It was so hard. And I felt like I had to be in perfect voice to sing it. So if there was a day where I felt at all like under the weather, but that song was so hard. What's a silly, guilty pleasure for you? I don't know. I love bad TV. I love reality TV. I love, I like movies and shopping. Simple things, hanging out with this thing. Life is hard around here. Thank you guys so much for asking questions. I hope that I was somewhat helpful or insightful. And I hope that everyone's having a great summer. And see you soon. Bye. Bye, Mabel.